What's up, guys? I screamed. Oh my god. Oh god. What's going on, everybody? My name's Ryan Snaadt, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 10 keyboard shortcuts that I use the most frequently in Adobe Premiere to save me time, money, and effort, and all that type of good stuff. I would actually say I'd probably save about an hour to 2 hours on every single edit using these keyboard shortcuts. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video and I'll share with you all those types of things, as well as a free checklist to save you more time, money, and effort in your business. Roll the intro! If I haven't scared you away yet, my name is Ryan Snaadt, and I help entrepreneurs, videographers, and freelancers just like you grow their business and their brands online with video. As a part of that, I actually started a Facebook group for freelance videographers specifically, so make sure to go down in the description box and check that out so you guys can network with each other, connect, and share insights and thoughts and other ways that you guys have grown your business, because I don't know everything, and I don't really say I know everything. So make sure to check that out, and we're gonna get into the tips right now. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to my Premiere Pro timeline here. I'm just gonna jump right in. The first shortcut, which isn't even on this list, ironically enough, is going to be Command-I to import. That just brings up your footage so you don't have to go down to the Finder and find it and all that type of stuff. It just pulls it right in. So you grab your footage and drag it into your timeline, which I've already done. So once you have your source footage up here in the editing panel here, you're going to go through your source footage panel, and a lot of people typically will just click the mark in, mark out when they find what they want, but you can do this as a shortcut as well. So what I do is I'll quickly pull through, say I want to start right here. We'll hit I for in, we'll go through to this footage and say, okay, I want to stop like right here when the girls come up the steps. So we'll hit O. Then you can grab your footage here and just drag and drop it in. It makes it really easy when you're going through your footage and can kind of navigate things a lot faster. Now we're going to go on to the next tip, which is to select. So if I have this footage here again, and say I'm like right here, and I want to grab everything to the right of this clip, all I have to do is hit A to bring up the select all, and I can drag everything else away. And I can do this is really handy if you're wanting to plop something in between some clips or something like that. You can just drag it and drop it, all that type of stuff. Now that you know how to select to the right, the other one that I use all the time is going to be V, which is just to get the cursor back. So if you hit A to select, you're dragging things over here. If you just hit V, that'll get your cursor back, and you can extend clips as long as you want, shorten them up, drag them, manipulate them any way that you want. V is probably the most common shortcut that you're going to use in your day-to-day editing, and I use it probably at least 5 times every minute when I'm editing. So you want to know how to use V as well. Next up on the list is to make a copy, which I use this all the time. So if you're wanting to make multiple layers of things or just duplicate something, all you have to do is hold down Alt on your keyboard and click it and drag it to the right, and boom, we've got 2 copies of the exact same shot. So it's really handy if you're doing boomerangs or something like that. You can just manipulate it, drag it, drop it quickly. So the next thing on our list is going to be Command-D, which is auto dissolve, which I use this all the time. So if you're wanting to add a fade in, fade out, all you have to do is hit Command-D, and you'll see these little tiny cross dissolves just popped up on our timeline. So it kind of smooths it in nice and dramatic and smooths it out. And you can change this in your settings to make it a different type of transition. I just use the default cross dissolve because I actually use that transition quite a bit in my footage, so I just kept it the same. And then the next step after this, which I use all the time as well because I mess up quite a bit, is Command-Z, which is to undo. So you can see that I just removed the cross dissolve from this. So if I hit Command-D, puts it back on. Command-Z is to undo for any type of action that you've done, which is really cool. The other thing that I use for really large projects especially is going to be the plus and minus keys. So if you hit minus on the keyboard, it zooms it out. So now you can see this timeline's about 4 minutes long. I can see the whole thing, and now I want to go into the front. We'll hit plus on the keyboard and zoom it in, and you can get really zoomed in here, or you can zoom it out as well. So I typically will use these hotkeys really frequently as well. The next thing is going to be the obvious one, which is spacebar to play. So we can play and pause with the spacebar, which you use all the time. And then the other one that I wanted to throw in here before we hop to the end of this video, which ironically is right over here. The other one is going to be when you're doing cuts on frames. You can hit, so we'll hit plus to zoom in here. And then we'll say you're right here at the front and you don't want to count, 15 frames over with the D-pad. So if I hit the D-pad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to the right, I just did 10 frames. But if you go to the beginning of the clip and hold shift and hit right on the D-pad, 1, that's 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So if you hold down shift and hit either left on the keyboard or right on the keyboard, that goes ahead 5 frames. So that is all my tips for you guys, and now we will hop into the end of this video, which is going to be, ironically, right here. Okay, that about does it for me, guys. But before you go, make sure to go down in the description box below, because I'm going to be sharing with you guys a free PDF download that's going to have 8 different ways that you can help scale up your freelance video business and be more efficient and all that type of good stuff. So make sure to check that out in the Facebook group down there, and subscribe to the channel, of course, because we're putting out weekly videos to help you grow your brand with video. If I haven't eaten all day, get out there and improve your video business, and I will see you next week. Bye!